with where your characters end up? Chris?
Well, they put bays in math. Can you say that?
Spoiler.
Oh, that was a little weird. Spoiler, but it's, no, yeah.
It works.
It works.
They did a great job, and like I just think the greatest moment about like shooting the last episode, we were shooting the final scene, which you'll see, and Chris, it was like everyone's last day except for me, Brittany, and Kerr, but everyone was there the second to last day, and they wrapped Chris, and Brittany lost it.
Yeah,
sobbing uncontrollably. It was like the most precious thing I've ever seen. So then the next day I was like, I wonder if she cries when they wrap me. She was like, hey, high five. I'll see you in LA.
It felt good. It was really emotional.
Yeah, that last day was emotional.
Oh, God.
It was, you know what it is? It's, it wasn't just a job. You know, I think all of us in our lives have had jobs, and we get paid, and we're able to pay our mortgages and buy dinner and buy clothes and gas. But then there are those moments in your life where they make you a better person, and you take from them, and you grow from them. It's like college and high school. I mean,
Oh my God, your wife.
it's my agent! Maybe I'll get another job. Sorry about that. What? I think that this experience, like working with Shiri Appleby, was honestly, I have not learned more from another person. I don't think ever in my career. It's like, you know, when you want to, I don't think I've told you that yet, but it's true. And it's one of those things where, like, you know, when you're a young actor, you're like, oh, I hope I get to work with Bobby De Niro. I hope I get to work with Martin Scorsese. And who would have thought that working with Shiri Appleby was going to be the thing? And the moment where I, like, literally from the pilot forward, it was like someone who raised my game, someone who really, like, you know, like you didn't let me, there was never a moment where I was like, oh, I can slack. Like, and collectively, we would come up with really great ideas, and we'd come up with really cool things. There was a Austin basis on the show, who he and I got a chance to sort of, he studied at the Actors Studio, and so I was at NYU studying Stella Adler's technique. I don't know why that's milking a scene, I guess. But so both of us coming from that sort of Meisner or the Strasberg, you know, method school of thought, we had a lot of fun on set. So it was almost like, my point is that there are things that where you're just like collecting your paycheck and you're just sort of going through motions and you're like, which I don't think any of us would ever do, go through motions. But this was not that in the least. This was, every script was awesome. Every script was, you know, a challenge for our craft. And we looked at it like, this is a chance for us to grow. And strangely, it became a very personal endeavor. Like, we became friends and we became really close. So like on that last day, I mean, it was my last day, but it was a really personal. It was like a, you know, it was like, and in a weird way, like, if, you know, the show doesn't go on, which if they're coming out with a complete season, it's Baze is dead. Like that for me, you know, I brought this character to life, and you know, you breathe life into a character, and then you have to put that thing down. And so there is a little bit of sentimentality.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, I was saying that we talked about it. Like, obviously, we'll go on and we'll all see each other, and it'll, you know, we'll all be friends for the rest of our lives. It's not the same as working together. I mean, that's the unique time, but we'll continue to know each other and root for each other. And that's what's kind of weird, though, is the saying goodbye to characters, because they really do go away with the project. Even if you, as a writer or an actor, I mean, obviously they're taking themselves with them, so they're bringing a part, you know, themselves. And I will tend to write certain characters that might have similar qualities, but it's like there won't be a, you know, I'm not going to write Baze and I'm not going to write Kate, and it's sad. It's like it's definitely a loss. It's weird, you know. It's weird to be. That's what I said when I walked in the writers' room and said we were canceled. I was like, I'm crying about fake people. It's like, it's not crying for your job, or like you said, like, well, you know, jobs are out there, like you will get work, but it's like, yeah, it's like crying for a bunch of fake people that aren't real, that you love, that feel real to you. Because I was saying, like, I've spent more time in the last 3.5 years thinking about those people than real people. You know, if I'm working out and the show's in production or I'm writing, I'm thinking, well, I don't know, what does Baze want? Like, what does he want? And what would a real person do? who would they talk to? Who would be the best character for Bates to talk to? How can it, it's like all you're thinking about is that, and so you become very, very attached. And then there's, not to mention the attachment to the group and the people. I mean, I remember being at Upfronts last year, and our cast walked out on stage, and it was all like, it was like Vampire Diaries, which I loved, and it was, it was everybody, there was the hot cheerleaders, and there was Nikita was there, and it was this whole group, and then this like really normal looking group of people walked out, and I was like, I felt like a proud parent, and I was like flip camming it, and I was sitting next to Mary Beth, my producing partner, and I was like, they're the best ones up there. I mean, I was exactly how I'd be as a parent. I was like, I mean, they're beautiful, but like they're normal. They're not trying too hard. They're not, they're not sexing it up. Nobody gave them a slutty note. I was so like proud of them. I was like, they're just